Good evening, everybody. It is Sunday night here in Zhongshan, China. Let me get a good real quick sip. I just got back from a trip to Shanghai. Literally just walked in the door. In fact, I haven't told everyone that I'm doing this live stream. It's kind of a spur of the moment kind of thing because I literally just walked right in the door and had to come and talk to you about the Shanghai Auto Show. I've been very excited to share with you some of the photos that I got, some of the stories about what I saw and what I witnessed, and just the overall trip in general. I was there for 3 days and 3 nights, and the title of this show is the Shanghai Auto Show was the greatest auto show in history. I don't know if that's 100% true. It's a very subjective statement, but it was the most amazing auto show I have ever been to. And I followed auto shows for most of my life. And I got to say, I think this one just blew them all away. And they just recently announced, unfortunately, that the Tokyo Auto Show would be canceled. So this is really the only auto show, major international auto show that's happening in the world right now. And I don't want to say that it is the coming out party for China because they've been coming out for years, but they really showed off a lot of amazing stuff. And there's been a lot of interest and a lot of questions out there regarding this. And so I'm hoping to share all of this with you this evening. Again, I just walked in the door. I haven't put my bag away yet. I want to get this in early because I'm tired and I got to get up in the morning and go to work. But who else out there? Thank you for joining me. I'm going to share with you some amazing photos and then tell you some stories and let you know about some of the new vlogs coming out soon based on this trip to Shanghai. So let's get into it. Let's start with some photos. Okay, we're going to do that first. Let's see here. Pull this up. Okay. I'm getting better at this, guys. Getting better. Hopefully the audio is better. The last live stream I did, I forgot to plug in the mic, and I had a lot of very important things to talk about then. And unfortunately, the audio wasn't very good. So hopefully the audio is better. I think I fixed it. Okay, so first things first. Thursday night, I drove down to Zhuhai and the Zhuhai airport. Here in Zhongshan, we don't have an airport. The closest airport, as the crow flies, is Shenzhen Airport. You got to take the ferry over across the bay. Guangzhou Airport is a giant, beautiful airport. I've traveled out of there before, but it's on the north side of Guangzhou, so it's a 2-hour drive. I mean, and I'm just going domestically, so Zhuhai, about an hour south of us, right on the bottom part of Guangdong of China, really. Flew to Shanghai. Of course, the flight was delayed. Flights in China domestically are notoriously always delayed. I think they have about a 50% punctuality rate on average. That is hopefully going to change soon because air travel is becoming more and more of a thing. I thought about taking the train, but the train would have taken many, many hours and roughly about the same price. So I just elected to fly this time. It was my first time flying domestically in China. Usually I do take the train. But a good experience. I mean, Zhuhai Airport's not a big airport. It's pretty small, and I kind of like the smaller airports, to be honest. Flew into Hongqiao. Oh, one thing, and I'm very sad to announce this, but I lost my drone. Yeah, I had it in my bag and my checked luggage. They made me remove it and said, "Yeah, I can take it on carry on," because I had the little tiny batteries for the drone. They said you can't put that in your checked luggage. That was fine. So I'm carrying it with me. I got my backpack, which is full, and then I'm carrying it with me. Went into the restroom and I left it in the stall. I left it, I got a little strap for the box, hung it up, forgot it, went, washed my hands, went maybe 20 meters away. Then, oh, my drone, turned around, went back into the stall, and it was gone. I was gone for maybe about 2 or 3 minutes, and the drone had disappeared. And, the cleaner was in there. You got to get the little restroom attendant. He just had a blank look on his face. Mona called the police for me and filed a report, but it's pretty much gone. yeah, I'm very, very sad about that. So I wasn't able to take my drone with me to Shanghai because there were a couple of shots I was looking to get, especially of a particular hotel that I'll show you a photo of here in a second. Okay, so let's move on to the next one here. Okay, hold on a sec. All right, yep. Zhuhai Airport. I took Shanghai Airlines, my first time taking them. The Chinese airline that I usually fly if I'm flying Chinese Airlines is China Southern, but Shanghai to Shanghai, it had a better price, so I just took that. Checked into the Intercontinental at the exhibition center there in Hongqiao, which is one of the largest buildings in the world. This thing is freaking huge, and the hotel there, it's kind of wrapped around the outskirts, the skin of the building itself. It's very odd. It's a big hotel, supposedly 5-star, but me, guys, this wasn't a 5-star property. It was very nice. Don't get me wrong. The hotel was very nice. It had all the amenities. It was very convenient. It had its own separate entrance into the show, which was great. As you can see, they gave me an upgrade to a suite, which I was very happy about. But it was boring. I mean, you can look here. You can see here. Here's the room. It's a beautiful room. It's well appointed, but it's just boring. And again, very nice, but it doesn't stand out. It doesn't stand out to me. The service was excellent throughout the hotel, but it's an exhibition hotel. It's a conference hotel. I wouldn't even call it a business hotel. It's a conference hotel. So they're just used to check in, check out, check in, check out. And every time I ask a question, they had a standard response for everything, as if they had been asked that a million times before, and there was a standard response, and they were quick to give me the response and then move me along for the next person. And I just felt like a number. I felt like a conveyor belt. There was very little personalized service at this hotel. Again, not a bad hotel, especially if you're doing business at the exhibition center. There's no better hotel as far as convenience-wise, but a meh experience. And the decor, I mean, it looks like there was no effort put into the decor of this hotel whatsoever. It looked like they just... in an afternoon, they said, "Okay, we want these lamps, we want those pictures. Okay, we'll take those carpets and this marble, and okay, that's it." And within an afternoon, they had it all put together. I just felt like there was no effort into it. Okay, getting to the car show. Okay, all right. This was on top of the SIAC, or the SAIC, Shanghai Automotive Company. Volkswagen, and it looks down on Li Auto to the left and Jetta to the right. And this was first thing in the morning before it even opened. I got in there early again because you had the separate entrance into the exhibition center, and I was very excited to see that the Li Xiang had a very big presence there. It's bigger than Tesla. The Tesla the Tesla part of the show was very small, and it was same as it was in Guangzhou. Li has one vehicle, and they were about 5 times bigger than the Tesla. So Jetta there is a new brand. It's kind of an offshoot brand of Volkswagen. Not very exciting. But again, I got in there about an hour before the show actually started. So I was hustling around trying to get to as much as I could see before the crowds came in. And there were some crowds, man. I was there on a Friday. Okay, this one, I don't recall the brand that this one is. But it's a lot of the concept vehicles were gearing towards full automatic driving, and that's what you see here. What I liked about this one was the floor lights up and changes color underneath the seats there. So, yeah. Is there anyone out there? Hello. Hi, if you're out there. Okay, there you are. Okay, great. Yes, it's going to be 2 videos because I took so much raw footage that I can't do it all in one. I'm going to have to break it up. And I have some extra things from the trip that are related to the car show that I'll be showing as well. it's going to be great. This is like a sneak preview of the vlog coming out, and each video is going to be like 20, 25 minutes. I mean, that's how much raw footage I have. I got to narrow it down. Okay, next one. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is I'm at the Cherry. This is Exceed, which is a sub brand of Cherry, I guess. I was doing some work there for Cherry, and just doing some filming. And this is one of their concept vehicles. This is a static display vehicle. I don't think that it's has an interior, but it looks pretty cool. And I like these crossover, these big wheeled kind of crossovers that are coming out. They're not a sedan, they're not an SUV, they're right in the middle. They're like high riding wagons. You know, I don't want to say it's like an Outback, but very sporty, very cool. And I'm hoping that they build more of these. But okay, this shoot, I don't even know what brand this is. I forgot. But you know, as someone said in a comment recently, they said, okay, if you have to have pretty girls standing next to your cars and the cars aren't worth anything, and there's something to be said about that. You know, but it really depends on the car, and models are a staple of auto shows, and every single vehicle brand there had a display of models that would come out and stand there and pose, and everyone would take photos. And then they'd like do a quick turnaround, or they'd switch positions and everyone would take photos. And then the dancers would come out, and they usually have hip hop dancers, and they would come out and do some hip hop dancing, and the models would join them, and they kind of go back and forth. And it was the exact same show for every single car, I felt. There was one, I want to say it was Toyota. Toyota was looking to promote their new electric vehicles, and they had the hip hop dance. They had 3 new vehicles that they're promoting, and they had hip hop dancers for 2, but then they had ballet dancers come out, very elegant looking ballet dancers, do a 3rd one. And I got to say, it was a nice change of pace for that one. Okay. All right. This is back at Cherry. Cherry was promoting their usual cars. They have a new, I think it's called the Tigra or Tiga, something like that. But this one here in the photo, this was like tucked away in the back. This is their new electric car. And it's almost as if they didn't want anyone to see it because it's in the corner. It's not front and center, but this is the most interesting car that they had. And you can't see it. Now, you'll see it in the vlog. There's a wind power generator, a 3-spoke wind power generator theme throughout this car that is in the wheels, it's in the front bumper, it's in the door panels, it's everywhere. Electric car, great looking car. Again, the trend with the 3-tiered headlights that you're starting to see a lot. You originally saw it in the Jeep Cherokee, the Lincoln Co. All the Lincoln Co's have this. Now Cherry's starting to do it too. But I think this was a fabulous looking car for a Cherry, and I was happy to see that. Okay. All right. So this is a trailer. This is at the J Tour, which I believe is another SUV brand. I did a couple of videos about it, but I liked to see the trailer. They had motorhomes there, not too many motorhomes, but they had a bunch. And I've been talking about the motorhomes being a thing in the future here in China. But this is an actual like trailer, and I love trailers. Trailers are big in the West, and I think they're going to be huge, even bigger than motorhomes in China. Not many people have a trailer. You don't see trailers on the road. You don't see boat trailers. There's you don't see work trailers. It's a very rare sight to see a trailer, and even more rare to see a house trailer like this. But I was happy to see it, and wanted to get a good look inside. I'll go to that in a second. So standard bed, little bathroom, wet bath. Not too bad, and not too expensive. I think it was like, damn it, I can't even remember the price of it now. Darn it. I said it in the video. It'd have to be in the video. All right. But I love this idea of having a trailer. I mean, if I can't have a van or a motorhome, because it's kind of a waste of money just to park it somewhere. A trailer would be great just for weekend getaways and everything. Or, but there were other things. There's a theme here. The theme was like embracing change or something, and they were showing off all the new technologies. The lidar, the autonomous driving, all kinds of new technologies throughout the show. But there was another theme that was not talked about, and that was this outdoorsy, this active lifestyle theme that the Chinese are really embracing big time. And this is a manifestation of that. This is just one of the things, and I'll show you a couple others. What I mean. Oh, hold on. I think it froze on me. All right. Well, like I say, you are the reason behind that I bought the Havel brand, my car model H220. You bought a 2020 H2. How do you like it? The H2 is a really, really small, not really small, but they're a compact SUV. I like them. I think they're a good looking car. And you bought a 2020, so you bought a pretty new one, huh? All right, let's try this again. See if I can get this up. All right. I'm going to try and go through these fast, not take up too much time on them. Come on. My friends and I kind of laugh at the graphics that we see on a lot of cars, especially the tiny ones. You'll see Pikachu and all kinds of like cartoons, and this is just taking it to the extreme here. I just thought there's a take me different. You can see that right there, right? So it says keep angry, right? Keep angry. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that. But take me different. Keep angry. Please take care of the beast in your heart. Keep angry. Don't go with the flow. This is very common. I'm starting to see these in English, these little decals, sayings, quotes, and everything all over vehicles. Hondas, Toyotas, BMWs, you name it. I see them everywhere. It's pretty crazy, right? Okay, I got another one of those here somewhere. Okay. That's being a brat. All right, well. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is the Wuling pickup truck. And I did a video at a car show a couple weeks ago, actually, where I showed the base model. Is that $9,000 Wuling pickup truck. Well, this is the adventure version of it. So again, it's not the high-end pickup truck, but this one's all decked out for adventure. It's got a cab on the back. It's got a extra storage on top, both a rack and a covered storage. Pretty interesting stuff. As you can see, beefier tires. I love the paint. I really do. And then the back has a little bit of a liner. And again, they are showcasing. You can see here in the ad, guys hiking with their dogs. This is another theme that you're not going to see in any of the car show videos. The other theme that I saw consistently at this show was outdoor adventure, active lifestyle. And this was great because you can get a truck, a very inexpensive pickup truck, put a camper on the back and sleep in the back and go camping. I mean, it's very hard to find places to pitch a tent in China. It's not that easy to find. But here you can stealth camp. You can back up, to a cliff and wake up to a beautiful view. This is and it's not a rooftop tent, which attracts a lot of attention. This you can park on a city street and sleep in the back, and no one would know you're in there. A little more stealth camping, I guess. So I'm interested in this. And there's another pickup truck that I'll show you that kind of makes me salivate a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, that's it right there, actually. Oh, damn it. Come on. There it is. Okay. This is the Great Wall pickup truck. I can't remember the name of it. It has an actual name. They sell it in Australia. It's considered a ute, but it's a big truck. It's I think one of the biggest Chinese pickup trucks they make. And this is the Desert Runner. They call it the Baja Snake. They had many different versions of this. They had like an adventure. They had a rescue truck. They had a fishing version of it. They had an overlander, like something you'd take in the Australian outback with that I showed in the Guangzhou one. But this one was pretty cool. Look at the ground clearance on this thing. I mean, it's you do see Ford Raptors in China, but they're very rare and very expensive. So I think this is going after that. I have no idea about the drivetrain or how it runs. I think this is just like a concept vehicle, if you will. But what they did have in addition to this was they had a two-door regular cab version of this pickup truck that was four-wheel drive and awesome. And it was the one that caught my eye more than any other ones. I really, really love the regular cab version of this, which is something that you rarely see now. You never see regular cab pickup trucks anymore, which is so rare, especially in China. I don't think I've ever seen a regular cab pickup truck in China. It's behind this one. I don't think I got a photo of it, but it will be in the vlog. It'll be in the video coming out soon. All right, let's do. See, it doesn't want to. It's being a brat. All right, let's try again. Here's another one. Keep angry. Yeah, here you can see Take Me Different. This decal thing is all the rage. All the rage. You see it everywhere. All kinds of different cars. All right, this is the Great Wall. Great Wall had a great booth. Showcasing their pickup trucks more than anything. Half of it was just pickup trucks. The other half was Haval SUVs. And they were showing off the H6, but they had a couple of other new concept vehicles that they were showing off. And I think I got a picture of one of them on here. I'll show you. But here we have a fishing boat. This looks like a fishing boat you would see on Lake Powell in Arizona. But no, this is in China. And it got me thinking, okay, we've talked about RVs being a big deal in China in the future. But what about extracurricular? We saw the trailer, and now we're seeing these fishing boats, and then you got ski boats and houseboats and all kinds of other boats. These accessories. If you can find a place to park and store these things, which is another industry that I think will be huge. You know, RV storage. That's a big industry in America, in North America. This might be a big opportunity in the future in China because the middle class is growing and they're really, really embracing this outdoor lifestyle. And this boat was freaking awesome. It had, the outboard engine on it. This thing was just huge. But this is something like you would see like in the Midwest of America. And I don't think I've ever seen this in China. But I don't see why we can't, There's plenty of places in China to go explore and have this type of lifestyle. Again, very, very interesting stuff. Right? Okay, let's go back to the cars. This is a Great Wall. I don't know the name of this truck, but it's a new truck that that threw out there. I think it's a prototype, but it's a little beefier and a little more luxurious than the other one that I showed you. And I loved it. I couldn't get any closer than this. This is the closest I can get to it. I think they were dancing. Yeah, you can see some dancers behind it, but what a good look. I even like the color, that lime green baby poo color. It just looks good, man. Just looks really good. Okay, this is the Hongqi concept car. This had such a giant crowd around it. It was the whole Hongqi. If you don't know, Hongqi is like considered like the brand of China. It's one of the longest running Chinese brands, very luxurious brand. And wow, this one blew me away. This is a concept vehicle. They have all kinds of new vehicles. They make little SUVs, small SUVs, cars. They're the H9. They're famous for the L5. But this one was their concept vehicle. And you can see, just look at the design of this. This is just outstanding. It's elegant. And I again, the crowd around this was bigger than any other crowd at the show. This was the most popular car that I saw at the show as far as people trying to get photos. And I had to crawl my way through the crowd to get this photo. It was, very, very hard to get to. Bitchin'. Again, all kind of steering towards this autonomous driving lifestyle thing. Here's another shot. I got a little bit of a widescreen. See my thumb in there, but yeah, suicide rear doors, just beautiful, beautiful car. Again, all of these will be in the video that I'll be releasing probably no later than Tuesday. I just got back. The Shanghai Exhibition Center is one of the largest buildings in the world, and this is the center area here. This photo does not do it justice. I mean, this thing is massive, this place. Oh my God. Here's one thing though. Okay, so the show ran from it opened to the public at 10 a.m. and it closes at 6. And they have restaurants. There's, McDonald's, there's a Pizza Hut, there's all kinds of Chinese restaurants. And the restaurants are open for lunch. They're open all day. They're packed with people all day. And then they close at 5 o'clock. So when you're done with the show and you're hungry and you want to go get dinner, no, they're all closed. They close for dinner. And in the area, there are very few dining options. I actually had to go eat at the hotel. Okay, these are the Auras. Let's talk about these. Wheels Boy and I had a great conversation regarding these. It's very obvious what they look like. Aura is a sub-brand of Great Wall, and they're the electric cars. These are supposed to be affordable electric cars from Great Wall. And they have a theme of cat. They're like white cat, black cat, good cat. These are their new ones. The one on the left is called the Lightning Cat. And the one on the right is called the Punk Cat. And obviously they look like the Volkswagen Beetle and kind of Porsche Panamera. These are not big. These are pretty small. But they look awesome. And the interiors of these are amazing. And you might come off and say, oh, they're copycats. They're copycats. Well, the designer of these cars used to work for Porsche. So that's why they kind of look like them, right? And, there's a lot of debate over whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing. The one on the right being the Beetle is such an iconic look. It's very obviously, inspired by the Beetle, but Volkswagen is not making the Beetle anymore. So why not Aura? I mean, and the interior it's like a modern version of a 1960s hot rod. It's incredible, these two cars. I can't wait to do more about the Aura. Again, all of this is going to be in the videos coming out no later than Tuesday, guys. God, I can't remember what brand this is. Me? No, I'm just another interior that blew me away. It's like, wow, look at that. This is the Hi-Fi. The Hi-Fi I originally saw at the Guangzhou. That's the first time I saw it. This is an electric startup that looks freaking awesome, this car. It really does. It blew me away. You can't get near it. You have to make a reservation to have a private tour. And there's a guy in a suit that will give you a private tour and give you, all the bells and whistles and everything. In order to get to that, you have to make a reservation, and all the reservations were taken for the day. There's no way I could get access to this car. This is the closest I can get to it. But I'll show you. It's a big car. It's not small, but this is what it looks like when it's opened up. So the passenger seat there has a giant entertainment screen, not like the Li Xiang, which is the small little screen. This is a giant like television staring at him right in the face. And then the back seat, they can get it with third row as well. But you can see you have a suicide rear door and then a gull wing upper part of the rear door. Fascinating design. Super, super comfy seats that fold down. You got champagne. I mean, this is just an insane vehicle. I have never seen one on the road. This is the second time I saw it. I saw it in Guangzhou last year at that auto show. But look out for this. Everyone's talking about Li Xiang, Neo, and Xiaopeng and all the other big brands, but watch out for the Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi. The Mercedes booth was beautiful. I'm not a big fan of Mercedes-Benz, but man, their booth was classy and just gorgeous. It was wonderful to walk around. I didn't care too much about the cars because Mercedes, even BMW, they're kind of ubiquitous. They're everywhere. They're not that interesting, in my opinion. But they led you back. It's all dark blue, the whole booth. It's huge. And there's a little room in the back that's kind of hidden that, unless you accidentally wandered back there, you had no idea that this car was there. and there's a little line to get in, and you see all these people lining up. That's the only amount of people that they would allow in at one time. So they allow these people in, and then there's a guy on a little mic who would talk to them, but only the people inside can hear what he's saying. It's very, very quiet. And yeah, this is a bitchin' car, man. Mercedes did a great job with the presentation of this vehicle, man. All right. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to try to figure out what type of car this is. Look at the wheels. You might be able to see the emblem. This is not your grandfather's Buick. This is a Buick. This is a Buick concept car. Again, kind of going with that. Is it a sedan? Is it an SUV? Is it a sports car? Kind of mix. These crazy doors. Obviously, the doors are just absolutely nuts. I'm curious if the doors like this, when they're on concept vehicles, will they ever make it to production? Because, we saw it on the Model X, the Tesla Model X, the gold wing doors. And we said, well, that's crazy. But will we see it in a Buick one day? You never know, man. Just a crazy looking vehicle, good looking vehicle, great booth at Buick. There's a whole thing about Buick in China, and it's still a very, very big brand. Great time there. God, I can't remember what brand this was. I think it was Maxus, which is Shanghai Automotive Industrial Corporation, or SAIC, as I was told that it is. Just a minivan, but minivans are a thing here. It's not like back home in the States where they're family haulers. These are executive haulers. If you're a baller in China, you are being driven around in a super luxurious minivan. And just look at the interior of this. I just love this. Fascinating. Look how the dash is like separated. Look how much space there is up front here. It's just a completely different element here. Super executive vehicle. Fantastic. Innovative, interesting designs. I loved it. Everywhere you turned, there was something new like this that blew you away. This is Genesis from Korea. This is the Hyundai Genesis brand. This is a big car, man. It kind of reminds me of like the old BMW 8 Series, but I just love the design of this. And the interior is gorgeous. It's very, very, it's all brown leather. It's super, super posh. But I love these big touring coupes. Kind of reminiscent of the old SL coupes, I just love big touring luxurious coupes. Again, couldn't really get any closer to it than this, but just some fascinating stuff. The Koreans are out there. So here's, again, another display. I believe this is at Subaru, if I'm not mistaken. It's next to the Outback. They're really promoting an active lifestyle for the Chinese consumer. And everywhere I went, they had a version of a vehicle that had like a rooftop tent, or, a tent display with, trees and a campfire and anything. I kind of dug this one. It kind of reminds me of, Southwest United States or Northern Mexico kind of, design patterns here. But, I like the setup. But what it doesn't do, it's got a little mountain bike here, but, you could probably fit all of this in the back of a Subaru Outback. But, how much time would it take to actually set all that up? We're not backpacking here, car camping. All right, let's go to some comments here. Thanks for joining me, guys, and we'll go back to the show in a second. Okay, so Liam's on. Hello, mate. Good to see you, brother. I think you're right across the street from me, right, dude? Alan says, how are the materials in these cars? They're hit or miss. You get what you pay for. So if you're buying like a cheap BYD, you're going to get a lot of cheap plastics in it. But if you're buying a $50,000, $100,000 car, you're going to get super, super quality materials. Yeah, the soft touch seems to be the thing everywhere. They're good materials where they need to be. As far as the interiors go, the Chinese cars are getting very, very good. In fact, I had a discussion with Wheels Boy about this. When I compare a Chinese brand to an American brand, I'll take a Chinese brand over an American brand, just quality wise. Absolutely, no doubt. What's new, Paul? Like my icon. All right. Trashing Tesla and promoting Neo. Welcome to the auto show. I don't think they were trashing Tesla. There was an incident everyone knows went viral. Some girl got up on a Tesla claiming that the brakes weren't good, and the video went viral. And because of the political wins in the world these days, everyone made a big deal and extrapolated this huge Tesla versus the world or America versus China out of it. And I don't think that's very fair. Tesla sells like hotcakes here. Tesla is a huge part of the market here. Tesla is still very important to the Chinese consumer and the country as a whole. I mean, they make them here. So, and I know tons of people who drive Teslas and they love them. Tesla's still a very, very big deal, but they do have some competition coming out. But Tesla's way ahead of the game compared to the rest of the world. Tesla is vertically integrated. They've got tons of capital. Their market capitalization is higher, I think, even than Toyota, if I'm not mistaken. They're way ahead of the game compared to everything else, and everyone wants to compare. Neo versus Tesla, or is Neo going to be the next Tesla and everything? They could be. We never know. It depends on the technology. But when you look at the two companies side by side, there is no comparison. Tesla is way, way ahead. Tesla really lit the fire for the electric car industry in China, and that's what the government and the market wants in China. So there's a lot to be said about that, and everyone's kind of jumping on the bandwagon a little bit. The idea that they're going after Tesla is, I think, blown way out of proportion. It doesn't make any sense to me. All right, going back to it. Okay, let's see some more cars. Do I have any more cars? Maybe not. Okay, hold on. Nope, no more cars. Okay, so that's just a preview of the auto show coming out next couple of days. Afterwards, I went and got this incredible 168 RMB hamburger and fries because all the restaurants were closed at the auto show. So this is the only place I get or I can spend 400 RMB for the buffet, but I wasn't that hungry. So I just got this burger, but it was a damn good burger. And of course a beer, which I think was 88 RMB. After spending the day walking around and doing filming at the auto show, that really hit the spot. And I went to sleep after that. So the next day I checked into this hotel. This is the Zhongshan Molar Villa in the French concession area of Shanghai. And I was very excited to stay at this villa. This has so much history to it. I made a video about it. It'll be coming out soon. You can see this. At night, it looked like I was at Disneyland, and because it looks like kind of a Disney castle at night. And the reason is because the daughter of Molar loved the same books and the same Scandinavian castle designs. And so legend has it he built it to satisfy his daughter. So it looks like a Disneyland castle in the middle of Shanghai. And I got to stay there. And this is what one of the rooms looked like. This is a true 5-star experience at a historic property, and one that I'll never forget. It was a fantastic stay. Everything from the service, everything was super classy. You can see the room is not that big. It's a wide angle lens on this photo, but it's still very, very classy. That bed is super, super comfortable. The moldings, the lighting, big flat screen TV. I mean, this tub that looks old, but it's actually brand new. All the modern amenities you can expect in a modern hotel, yet with this classy old style to it. Yeah, very, very neat. Here's another part of the bed. You can see here it's got the Japanese toilet, which all 5-star hotels need to have. This was like night and day compared to the experience I had at the Intercontinental. which was it was nice, but it was just boring. I couldn't wait to leave. And I got here and my senses were awoken in every corner of this hotel, not just in the room, but in the hallways. I felt like it was in the haunted mansion. They had these chandeliers that pop out of these narrow little corridors as you walk down, and these teak wood staircases and all kinds of old paintings and artwork everywhere. It was beautiful. It was great. This is near the garden as you walk in. This horse, the guy who built this is a businessman, and the horse, legend has it, this is the mock-up of the horse where he made a lot of money in horse racing. And the legend is that the horse is buried underneath this statue. I don't know if that's true or not. And my research for it, the manager wouldn't tell me yes or no on this. But when I was doing my research, there used to be an actual, like, above ground kind of, I don't want to say cemetery or grave for the horse. And then, sometime during the 1950s that was removed. But supposedly the horse is still buried underneath this statue. And I met up with Wheels Boy. This is Ethan from Wheels Boy channel. If you don't know his channel, go check out Wheels Boy. He's a fairly new YouTuber who does first-rate car reviews in China. I sent him an email, said, "Hey, I'm a big fan. I'm going to be in Shanghai. Let's get together and have a beer." And he was nice enough to meet with me. Great guy, American from North Carolina. Sat down, had a very, very candid conversation with him, and then we went car spotting after that. And then we went out to dinner in the French concession. Look who joined us. It was snarky guy. Came out and joined us. So we had the three of us. We ate tacos at a Mexican restaurant and then wandered around the French concession. Wonderful, wonderful evening. Lots of fun, man. And then came back to the hotel. This is what it looks like at night. Doesn't it look like Disneyland Castle a little bit, right? I mean, there's all these like little, it's not like the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, but there's all kinds of like little hidden, I don't want to say hidden passages, but little corners and nooks and crannies it's a gigantic mansion house. And it's just one of many in this area. There's lots of them in this area. And then I flew back. This is taken just a couple of hours ago on the airplane. Packed flight from Shanghai to Zhuhai. So that was the trip and a little preview of the auto show. If you have any questions about the auto show, let me know. The auto show was, again, I think, one of the greatest auto shows in history for so many reasons. What the pictures I showed you just scratched the surface of what I saw there. It'll blow you away. It blew me away, and it's still all jumbled in my head. I was going through some of the raw footage today at the airport, and some of the stuff that I'm going to show you in these vlogs is going to blow you away, and I hope you're looking forward to those. Let's do some... see, yes, $30 US. So the funny thing was that burger, plus the beer, and then I had a Manhattan cocktail because I needed to crash. Cost me almost as much as the buffet. Yeah, I guess I could have gotten Meituan. I mean, Mona was like, "Why are you being so stupid? Just get Meituan delivered or something." I was like, "Yeah, but I want some." I'm on kind of a work vacation kind of thing. I'll dig it. Why not? The weather in Shanghai. The day of the auto show, and so Friday and Saturday was a little overcast and a little sprinkly, which was fine. It was nice and cool. And then this morning I woke up and went for a walk. I did a walkabout in the French concession and did a video about it. You'll see that as well. I went for a cup of coffee, just kind of walked around and explored a little bit. It was gorgeous. I can see I got a little sun. I'm a little pink. And it was a beautiful day in Shanghai. It's not like Guangdong. When I come back to Guangdong, man, I'm hot and I'm muggy. And, it's it's nighttime here. It's 10:45, and I've got my fan on, and it's just hot. So Shanghai is quite pleasant right now this time of year. All right. Yes, he's really doing great review. Expecting more reviews on Chinese cars. Good. I hope you check him out. Again, his name is. I've got an interview I did with him, and I hope to do more collaborations with him. We seem to hit it off pretty well. He's a great guy, super smart dude. Knows his cars better than anybody. It was one because I thought I was kind of a car buff as far as car history and you know, car companies. I know my share of cars, but he blew it away. And when we went car spotting in Shanghai, literally like we walked down the street and every other car, he had a story. He knew every engine size available. He knew every paint scheme. He knew the history of the company. He's a walking encyclopedia. And that was great. I just turned on the camera and let him go. Because I a couple of times I had to like stop. Okay, all right, stop about talking about that one. Here's another one that just went by. Let's talk about that. And he would just go off on his he just new file and started. So we talked about it. He doesn't have a vlog channel yet, but he might soon. But I'm hoping to get him on this show on Behind the Rojo Rope. Snarky, we're gonna get Snarky on the Behind the Rojo Rope. Right now, it's just me. I'm going to get Fernando on the show, and we're going to talk about fun things about China. I want Rojo Behind the Rojo Rope to be a live stream kind of talk show, but about fun and interesting things, not politically sensitive kind of stuff. I think I've had my share of that. My last live stream, I had to talk about it a little bit to get it off my chest, but I hope not to do that too much in the future. How much is the Aura cat? Well, they have 5 of them now. So they have the white cat, the black cat, the good cat, the lightning cat, and the punk cat. I have no idea. I sat in one of the, I think it's the black cat I sat in. There's a video I recently did about the Havel Big Dog, the Dogwell, and the M6. And in the end of that video, I sat in the good cat. They had one at the dealership, to my surprise. And I was not impressed with it. I really wasn't. I thought it was kind of ugly. It kind of had a little retro styling, which is fine, but it wasn't my taste. And I thought it was pretty cheap looking. Mona loves it though. Mona can't get it. She wants a pink one. She loves it. Good question. I don't think so. Ford imports the F-150. I think you have to have it specially imported as well as the Mustang. And then they have a partnership with Chang'an Motors that is not the greatest partnership. I mean, GM has a much better partnership than Ford does here in China. But Chang'an, their products are starting to get better. I think the relationship is starting to mature a little bit. Lincoln is making a big push to sell their vehicles here. I don't know exactly how they're doing. I would love to see the Bronco here. The Bronco looks pretty awesome. And I think it would do well here, considering how well the Jeeps do and the Defender being the car of the year in China. I think the Bronco might be a very welcome sight. I would love, especially the Bronco Sport, the little one, not the little SUV one. I think that one would be very popular here in China. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I have no idea. It's a great question. What is the mileage for the Aura cat when charged up? I have no idea. They're not very good. I think they're pretty. You're not buying a high range Neo or Xiaopeng here. These are pretty cheap little EVs. But we'll find out. Stream is looking good. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Hopefully better. Yes, Paul, we are liking it. Live stream. All right. I like the punk cat. I do too. I thought the punk cat, the lightning cat kind of looked a little cartoonish to me. It looked like something out of the Pixar Cars movie. It looks a little too much like a Porsche Panamera, like a mini version of a Porsche Panamera. But the punk cat, I know it looks like a 4-door Volkswagen Beetle, but I really dig it. And the interiors of these cars, go Google it. I wasn't able to get anywhere closer to those cars than that photo, but go Google it, and you'll see the interiors are fantastic. And the wheels too, man. They're all great. Okay. One more, and then we'll go back to the news. We have an MG and a Havel here in Bangladesh. Gradually, they are getting customer attention. MG, I'm not a big fan of MG, just the styling of it, I guess. Especially the sedans, they're just, to me, they're a little funky looking. But the SUVs are okay. They have the wheels or tires are too small. But that might change. There was a sports car that they unveiled that has some design language that I think MG is going to be going. They're going to be putting a lot of work into reviving the MG brand because it's got so much history. That is Psych, Shanghai Automotive. Okay. All right. Thank you all for your comments. Let's go to the news because I can't be out too late, guys, and we're already 50 minutes into this live stream. All of my live streams are brought to you by fcustom.com. Baseball season is open. Go here, get your customized jerseys in baseball, basketball, football. They even do hoodies now. Hit the link below and enter the coupon code WalkaboutRojo for an additional 10% off your purchase. Support your team, support my channel, and check them out. Great company. I have a couple. My family all has theirs for the Dodger season or the baseball season. Go Dodgers. And shameless self-promotion. You can find me on Facebook, on Twitter. Rojo reads the news. I'm going to be doing a lot more car news and hotel news soon on Rojo reads the news. This is a channel that I do for fun mostly, but go and subscribe to Rojo reads the news. You can buy me a cup of coffee. I don't think anyone's bought me a cup of coffee in a long time. Hint, wink, wink. You can support me on Patreon. I still have my 4 Patreons. I make $22 a month. These are the 4 that have been there from the very beginning. Thank you very much for your support. You know I love you guys. My website, walkaboutrojo.com. I'm going to be posting more hotel reviews, including the Zhongshan Molar Villa. That's coming out very, very shortly. I started writing it at the airport because it was such an inspiring hotel. Also, the Hui Hotel in Shenzhen. I did a video about that. Okay, let's go to the news. Yep. First one. Okay, 30% of Chinese college students unqualified in physical health. This was actually surprising to me because a lot of the students at my college seem to take health and fitness pretty seriously. They're out there on the running track, running around. They play a lot of basketball. The boys do, the girls do the yoga and dancing. So some 30% of Chinese college students failed to reach the qualified level of physical health as of 2020, showed a recent survey data in the Ministry of Education. The percentage was much higher than that of other student groups, the survey found. In 2020, the ratios of students failing to pass physical health level were 6.5%, 14.5%, and 11.8% among pupils, middle schoolers, and high schoolers, respectively. Interesting. One of the main reasons leading to the relatively poor physical health of college students is that many engage in less exercise after going to college. That surprised me. I also think it's their diet. Their diet changes. I mean, a lot of college students will, they have the canteens they can eat at, but they're eating a lot more street food. They're partying a lot more. Collegiate sports aren't really a big thing here in China, but I'm surprised that the number's so high. I really am. So, okay. A couple more, and then I'm going to get off, guys. I can't be on too late. China's 200 million singles are shaping businesses' models. This is actually an important story. And I kind of breezed through it. Let's go through it because you want to talk about trends and where the markets are going. Automotive, hotels, restaurants, fashion, all this stuff. Look at the there's fewer and fewer people getting married in China. It's kind of not a thing. It's still a thing, but it's becoming less of a thing. China reportedly had 200 million people, or 14% of its population, who are single, Xinhua reports. Over 200 million people in China are single. One of the top comments noted, being single is sometimes an awakening. Marriage for the sake of marriage is never what I want. Some are icing on the cake. No one can live freely. A popular tech blogger on Weibo gave a fairly profound breakdown of the phenomenon in China. They posted, there are many reasons why more and more Chinese people are single, but it can be summed up in these few reasons. Okay. Here they are. Number 1, urban gender imbalance. That is true. It seems like if you look at the country as a whole, there's obviously more men than women. We all know that. That's common knowledge. But if you go to some of these bigger cities, you can go to Shenzhen, I feel like there are a hell of a lot more women than men. So the urban gender imbalance is different than the national gender imbalance. That's my personal feeling. I don't have any statistics to back that up. It's just what I see. I could be wrong. Could definitely be wrong. And if I am, then I'll admit. Number 2, more people staying at home, refusing to socialize. Yeah, video games. Video games are addictive. People would rather stay home and play video games than go out. Society as a whole is less focused on getting married and having kids. I think that's true. The requirements for marriage are getting higher and higher. Those are social requirements brought on by society, the family, by women. And internet is causing more people to drop out of society. I'll agree with that. Definitely. That's the rise of live streaming and all this stuff that you see. It's not just in China. I think that's got to be throughout the world. Okay, a couple more. Infographic. Greater Bay Area lands on international lists. Okay, I live in the Greater Bay Area. I live in Zhongshan. Hold on. I need some. Forgive me, guys. I've been jabbering on all night for about an hour. I need to wet my whistle here before we finish up here. Okay. Just sharing the live stream with my good friend Jim. Again, I can't stay out too late, guys. I have to get up early. I have a couple more things to do tonight before I go to bed. All right. Okay, let's talk about this. The world according to this. Okay, a globalization and world cities research network among 19 Chinese cities on the list. So what category is this? Oh, Alpha Plus, Alpha, High Sufficiency. Zhuhai made this list. Zhuhai is the city just south of me, and Macau obviously borders Zhuhai. But Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Alpha, Hong Kong, Alpha Plus. Good for them. Okay. Competitiveness. Number 9, Shenzhen. Look at this. Shenzhen ranked higher in competitiveness than Hong Kong. That says a lot. Also on here, Guangzhou at number 42, Foshan. Foshan and Guangzhou are kind of neighbors. They kind of blend into one another. It's tough to know where Guangzhou ends and Foshan begins. Macau is on this list. That doesn't surprise me. Macau is pretty awesome. Dongguan on the list, and Zhuhai again. Ranking of sustainable competitiveness, Hong Kong number 4, Shenzhen. So I wonder what the difference is. Oh, economic competitive versus sustainable competitiveness. Interesting. I want to see more. I want to learn more about this. Okay, what's this one? Global cities ranking. Okay, just says global cities ranking. All right. Global innovation. World Intellectual Property Organization ranking. Shenzhen, Hong Kong, Guangzhou Science and Technology Cluster ranked number 2. That doesn't surprise me, guys. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in this area. Financial centers ranking. Hong Kong number 6. Shenzhen number 11. Wow. They make the top 20. Okay, ranking top 500 cities. Hong Kong number 10, Shenzhen 37, Guangzhou 48, and Dongguan 423. My city's not on there, but it is on one of them. Top 100 airports. Number 6, Hong Kong International Airport. Always one of my favorites. It's like home for me there. Guangzhou, the Baiyun International Airport, great airport. Shenzhen Airport I'm surprised it's ranked so low. I thought it would be higher than that because Shenzhen Airport's pretty dope. The rich list, number of US dollar billionaires. Look at this. Shenzhen ranked 105 billionaires, Hong Kong 82. Shenzhen now has more US dollar billionaires than Hong Kong. Guangzhou 61, Dongguan 17, Zhongshan 3. That's my town. I don't know who these 3 are. I would have to find out. Number of enterprises on the list, Global 500. Shenzhen has 8. So Shenzhen has more Global 500 companies than Hong Kong now. Zhuhai has 1. World University rankings: Hong Kong has 7, Guangzhou 3, Shenzhen 2, Macau 2. That's in line with what I expect. Definitely. Okay. And one last one. As you guys know, I want to do some interior design. Look at this one. This is a 1-bedroom apartment that blew me away on this app. And it's freaking awesome. This TV swirls around. I just love the carpet, what a old girlfriend used to say, fat rolls in the sofa. A workstation with multiple screens. This is great. It's not a big one. Look at the layout. You got the little living area here, the kitchen area here, bathroom, and a bedroom. The giant walk-in closet. But I just love the design of this apartment. I think it's gorgeous. Look at that. It's perfect. If you're a single guy without a wife and kids like me, this is just perfect living. It's simple. It's got everything you need. It's easy to clean. I love that this TV is on this pole. You can flip it around and watch TV as you cook. It's got this island that leads into the dining room. That is a common theme you're starting to see now in Chinese apartments. I'm not a big fan of the bench seat. I'd rather have stools, but whatever. I don't like this sofa. I think this sofa is pretty ugly, but I can live with it. I love the chair though. Yeah. Pretty cool. So yeah, there you get the island that bleeds into the dining room table. This is a common theme that we're starting to see now in Chinese apartments. Instead of having a separate dining area and island bar area, they're now fusing the two together, which makes perfect sense to me. Yeah. No, this one's got... Is that a chair? Yeah, it's a chair at the end. A couple chairs as well as the bench seat. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. That's all I got for the news. Let's go do some of these comments here. Will's Boy has great videos. Yes, he does, and they're coming out almost daily. Go check them out. They got some great stuff. He was there during the press day, so he got special access to a lot of these cars that I didn't. I was there on just the day that it was open to the public. But yeah, he's got special access and got all the quirks and features and stuff. Go check him out. He was a great guy to hang out with for a few hours. We went and had a whiskey and some tacos and sat down out on the patio at the Moeller Villa and had a great conversation. Just talked about cars. It was wonderful. With Snarky came by and hung out with us. And we just talked a lot about. We talked like it was our own little evening going out for whiskey. It was great. We had a great time. And thank you, Snarky, and thank you, Ethan, for showing me around your town. Shanghai. It's only my second time to that city, and I still have lots and lots to learn and see in that city. But my second time there, had a blast just like I did my first time. So thank you, guys. China educators too much focused academic study. That is changing. The Department of Education is aware that Chinese students are focused way too much on studying and not enough on their personal health and well-being, and they are aware of that, and they're trying to take steps to remedy that. We'll see what happens in the future. Too much pork in Chinese diets. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying a new diet, like a carnivore diet. Not every day, obviously, but try to focus more on that. Look out for those crosshairs. Not quite sure. And T-Cat says, okay, bye, Paul. All right, so that's all I got for today. It is now after 11. I got to get up really early in the morning and head out to the college and do my lectures again. I just got home and came on this live stream. I want to thank you all for joining me. I hope you got a nice preview of what the auto show looks like. Again, I believe that this was the greatest auto show in history. I've been following the history of auto shows ever since I was a little kid, reading Motor Trend magazine and all the Auto World magazines and watching all the documentaries and everything. And Shanghai really blew up. Focus. All right. Now the camera's getting tired and wants to go to sleep too. Anyways, guys, thank you all for joining me. We'll see you all in the next live stream, and be on the lookout for 2 auto shows, unscripted with Wheels Boy, walkabout of the French concession, 2 hotel videos, and car spotting. The car spotting, that video that I went out with Wheels Boy, Ethan from Wheels Boy, and we just walked around the French concession just looking at cars, was fantastic. And I'm hoping to do more of those in the future. So be on the lookout. Future live streams are going to have some guests come on as well, and we're going to talk about all kinds of different things. Until the next one, take care. I hope you're all safe and happy. Bye-bye.